Hello everybody, Wild Trekker here, and welcome to another episode here on Skyblock. Ooh, and a tree just grew. Yeah, welcome, episode 5, and as you can see here, we're doing pretty well. We've got quite a nice little setup here. Got our reed farm growing, we did last time, got our pumpkins and melons, and this is the latest achievement. We didn't put a thing up for it last time, but this is our wheat farm. So that is number 7, I believe. Wheat farm. There you go. That's one of the challenges done there. We may as well get the wheat as we're here. It was really good. So yeah, I've put a half block over that. Save ourselves getting trampled on. So that's good. So we got stuff starting to grow. I've fenced off a lot of area, and I'm just growing a few more trees, trying to get wood, because the next bit I'm going to do is probably going to involve some wood. Well, we've got a few bits we need to do, so yeah, but that's probably going to involve collecting wood. And I'm getting a few more of these because I've got stacks of this stuff. If we come down and have a look quickly. Let's have a look in this chest. So yeah, if we take into account the 64 there, although we're catching up, it doesn't take very long. We've got some planks and things anyway, so yeah, that's good. And we've of course got, in fact, let's just do a couple of things off our challenges while we can. And one of those is to actually craft a bow. We've got a bow there, but we got it as a drop, I believe. So there's a bow crafted, and the other thing we're going to do is craft a fishing rod. Now these are there and are going to go up in this chest here, because although we've got to get the arrows to go with the bow. I think you've got to get a bow and collect 64 arrows. So we need 64 arrows to go in there with that bow for actual achievement got. So we'll leave it there for a minute, but definitely fishing rods there. But the problem I'm having with this mob farm is it works to a certain extent, but it's not very efficient. It's got me off the ground, but it's not super efficient. Is there anything in there at the moment? I don't even know, but we're having to come along. Yeah, so there's a creeper up there. We're having to come along, and you know, they're not always entice themselves off. We're getting a few creepers actually, and again I'm kind of doing that, which is kind of sort of saying, hey, come and get me. So that's that got, and there's another one up there you can see, but I'm getting problems with spiders because the spiders are not coming down. They're climbing up the wall and they're ending up behind this wall here. So I think what we need to do is actually build ourselves a better, more upgraded mob farm than that. Because the other thing as well is we want to get spiders. I'd like to get witches, which we should get in there. I'd like to get Endermen. That's the other thing. We need to get ender pearls, so I'd like to get some Endermen in there. So that would be really cool. And again, that one isn't geared up for it. It's not tall enough. So what I'm thinking of doing is in this area, and we could probably just start off the foundations of this. This is the top of our basically where we get our what's the word I'm trying to look for here? The cobblestone generator. So what I thought was perhaps if we build this up, it would make the ideal platform for the base of a mob farm. So if we could get the mobs to come down to here, in this area, perhaps we'll just do it as a sort of, I don't know, a 3x3. It's probably going to be a 2x2 in reality, but don't know yet. What's that doing there? That's just doing the tops of that. So yeah, we'd have to fill that in like that. But it means while we're cobblestone generating, we should also be in the perfect AFK position for the mobs as well, the drops on the mobs. So yeah, I think we're going to do this as a sort of a base where it's going to come down, but it really needs to be a 4x4 area, so that's not quite wide enough. So I'm going to have a look at that, because yeah, I'm going to be a bit sort of iffy about it if it's not square and everything else. So I might bring it out one more this way, which would actually bring it into the center. So it may just look a little bit more odd from the top. Yeah, that's kind of more fitting, I think, to what we need it. So we'll still do this. It'll look a bit different from the bottom, but we may end up moving that cobblestone generator eventually. So yeah, that's a nice position there then for these mobs to come down and drop, and have a little bit of splash as well as they come down. So that's really going to be the mob area. So this sort of landing platform here, if you like. I'll just put those on there for now. So and what I'm going to do is, this is going to get built up in the sky. So we're going to go at least 24 blocks up, because that's kind of the spawning rates, and between 24 and 34 is the ideal place for them to spawn, because they keep moving when they're in that and they get attracted. So hopefully if I'm down underneath here, they're going to come and just fall straight down. So that's the idea behind it. Now I was going to use some wood for this lower part, but then I thought the generator is underneath, and I can't remember how many blocks it's got to be for it to be fireproof. So we'll probably let's go and get those other bits. So I'll get these other stones and make some kind of sort of base platform. Let's see what we're looking for. These, and we might have to make a few more, but that's okay. So I kind of want to make a base to it, and then I can't get up there. Yeah, and then we can start working on a design essentially. So that's going to go there, that's going to go there. So yeah, we'll probably put all these all the way around, and we've run out, of course. So I'm going to make some more supplies, and this is what we're going to get started on today. I don't know whether we'll finish it today, but certainly get started on it, because I really want to have stuff while I'm AFK and dropping down and not having to keep running back and forwards over there. So it's quite important to get it up and running. So I'm going to do that, and what I'll probably do is build the tower, and then we'll come back so I can show you how we're going to design it up there. Tell you what, guys, the fear of death really does help focus the mind. So yeah, being very careful up here. Right, I thought I'd just show you the progress I made. I haven't really designed this over a bit in my mind to how I want this to go, so I thought I'd just go through this at this stage. The first thing I've done is I've built this 2 wide area, and this is where the water's going to go. So I've literally gone 8 blocks, should be 8 blocks, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So water travels 8 blocks, so water's going to travel down here into the center, and then we've got a 2x2 area here, and I've done it 2x2 because of the spiders. I just hope that's enough, because I've been reading that you should really have it 3 wide to stop spiders climbing the walls, but I think we'll try this, see how it goes, because you know, at the end of the day we can always just rip it down if it does really cause a problem. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to do it 2 wide channel, and the numbers all work out nicely for that. The next thing is to work out where the platforms are going to go. So again, oh, and one of the things I want to do as well is actually try and make this look half decent from underneath. So I'm going to try and put upside down steps on it. So but I'm not quite sure where I'm going to do these out, and I've just really got to be so careful of it glitching. But certainly I know I want to put upside down steps on here, and that's not what I want to do. So I think we're going to be losing a few of these, and I'm going to have to do it ever so carefully, all just so it looks nice. Yeah, so I'm going to have this underneath, and then it's just going to, I think it's going to make it look a a bit nice, which is what I want. Because we're going to be looking up at this thing at the end of the day, so it's got to fit in with the rest of the build. It's got to look good up here, and I haven't really finished them off like this previously, but that should give me some aesthetics from underneath. And I think what I'm going to do is, let's just put this down here and then build that way and in the center. Hopefully that's joined together, and then that's going to go that way. Okay, oh cool. I've been wondering about this. I've turned the rain back on for my game. I normally have the rain off, but we need snow at some point, and when I looked at the biome, yeah, we should have snow. So if we look at that quickly, the biome we're in is biome extreme hills plus, so which basically means when we're this height we shouldn't get rain anymore, we should just get snow. I seem to have sleet there, a mixture of rain and snow. But yeah, that's snow, so hopefully it'll settle on the ground whilst we're building up here, because one of the things is we do need snow to make some snow golems. So hopefully that'll settle. So I'm going to let that go away, even though it's going to add a bit of lag to my machine. Let me just show you now what we need to do. So this is a channel, and what we need is platforms. So the idea is that this is going to have platforms, and this is really going to be coming out. Now I'm not quite sure how it's going to look, because that kind of spoils my underneath section. Yeah, okay, I need to figure that out. Might not be able to do what I want to do, because when I was looking at this, we've got 3 there, and what it means is we could probably put another 3. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well that'll work. Maybe we'll do it the other way around though. Maybe we'll have a 4 and then a 3, because it always looks better when you do that, I think. So let's just hop up here, and there. Okay, and the same there. Alright, so the idea is that we're going to have the same over this side. Yay, snow! And then this is obviously going to come out, so let's just jump back up here. So if we got that, jump down. Oh, I'm so wary of falling off this. You don't know how much I do not want to fall off this. I've only had 2 deaths so far, and only one of those is from falling, which was more glitching, and that's really what I'm worried about, is the glitching, not the falling. It's not the falling that kills you. It's usually the hitting the ground, or in this case, going through the void. Right, so let's put this down again. So we're going to leave 2 gap, 1, no we're not. We're going to make that a 4, aren't we? So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be the same there. So that's a 4x4 area, and then all these outer ones are going to be 3x3s. So that should give us plenty of spawning spaces, and then we just need to, yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of those steps how I want to do it. I think I'm just going to have them playing. I think what I need is this wood underneath. I'm trying to build these up on a height here, unless of course I get rid of the steps and just literally have it like this. It's always a trouble when you're trying to design, but I'm trying to see how it looks. So because I've got to have all these coming out at this level, and that's me out of those wood. Got some more there. Yeah, so we've kind of got to have this coming out this level, and it needs to be the same as this, because if we have water sources here and it's going to travel 1, 2, then we've got to have the same here really, so it's going to travel 1, 2. We can't fill this in as a water source. This is going to be wall. Yeah, so I think we're going to have to do that. So I think let's take this away. And I say I'm just really designing this off the top of my head. So, and 3 there, and we've got to be level with that. Okay, I'm going to build the rest of this platform and then have a look and see how it is downstairs. But what we also need to do is go and get a shovel, and then we can collect some of this snow. So whilst it's there, let's go whee. Oh, that was a silly one. Yeah, that's very messy, isn't it? Okay, that middle bit's going. That's okay. Oh, thanks for that, tree. Yeah, it needs to be all that wood underneath, so I'm going to put the wood under there. But it's just whether I have those half steps, because I quite like that, how it goes around like that. So if I can get it all finished like that. So yeah, I think now we've got the pattern worked out. I'm going to take off those platforms again, and I'm going to build this out so we get that similar pattern, and we'll come back and see how we finish the rest off at the top. Right, I think I've worked out what I'm going to do, and essentially the walls I've made out of this upside down stairs. So that's going to sort of make the outline. I thought I'd do that rather than the wood so we can see it better from down below. So this kind of marks out, that's a 2x2 channel, and I was actually right in the first place. The way we do it is to have 2 3x3 squares. So there's 3x3 there, and certainly a 3x3 which will go here. So that marks out there, and again if we leave 2 space, we've got a 3x3 there. So I think that kind of works. What we may end up doing is not having this there, so but I think it looks quite nice having that there from below. So we might just add it in as a block, and all we'll actually do is just, you know, wall this up so we can't necessarily see it. So it's not needed, but aesthetically from below I think that works quite well. So what I'm going to do is mirror this all the way around, and then that way I've got a sort of template from the base to work. I've got some more stone cooking up, so I'm going to have to get some more of that. Yeah, so let's get that done and we'll come back. Yeah, so I think that's starting to look pretty good, and we started putting in the support for the walls. And again, I do want this to look more than just a block in the sky. It's got to look like a house in the sky. That's why we put these 4 lots of legs on there. This, by the way, this little platform here, I kind of need to get access. Now we've had to put the ladder up one of these, but I kind of need to get access in the future, which I'm going to do from the top. So I kind of need to get access in there. So I've put this platform there for now, and I may end up building a platform all the way around here, and then with a way up round the edge. If not, it might just be a way of getting in here, but I do want a way of switching it off. And it might be what I just do is put a platform around here, which kind of gives me a safety platform. This would be adequate, but I want it to be symmetrical, so I may end up taking that little bit down there and just having it, although yeah, 2 blocks is probably enough. We've got these legs, so if I come out 2 blocks that way, 2 blocks this way, and do that all the way around and put a fence around it, we've got a way to get up here, and if I need to get at the top, I can just build myself out, build up to the top and get in. But I want to put that in, because if I don't put that in now, when I try and do it later on, hanging on the sides of these ladders, it's not going to be easy. So, and I do want a way of turning it off, and the only way of turning it off is to get inside. We don't have redstone lamps, so that's no good. So here we go. This is what we've got now, and I've started putting these logs. And what I'm trying to do is just give some definition to the building. So I'm trying to think about the way the building looks at the same time. So that's what these are. They just sort of look like supports. They kind of define where things are. So that's like the edge of the where the water is. Yeah. So that's what they're going to do. And again, I wanted to make this look a little different. I didn't want to put it all the same materials, so I was thinking that we might just use stone, which I think, because we're not using it anywhere, it won't matter from the inside so much, because at the end of the day it's going to be dark in here, but from the outside it should look quite good, I would have thought. So and that's the important thing. That's the whole reason for putting all those there, is to try and make it look good. Now what I really should be doing, given that's our base there, is probably just building this corner up, because that's the corner we're going to see from downstairs, and then I can have a look and see if I like that before. Well, I guess I could do it all. If I don't like it, I'll change it to something different, and I'll do things like that and waste some cobble and waste some stone and blah blah blah. So yeah, so I'm just going to put this on all of the bricked areas to start off with, because I know the bricked areas have been defined as that, and that's my last piece. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more cobblestone and turn it into that. Now the other thing I want to do is start laying out the rest of these. Now they are going to be too high. What I've got to be careful of is mob spawning. I really don't want that, and I really didn't bring up extra torches, and I should have. So let's see if we can get up there. We'll do some parkour. Whee! Right, let's put that in the middle. There's the sun. So I'll go and get some torches for night, because I don't think we've got enough up here at the moment. I've got no more in my inventory, and if I'm not up here in the night, it's, yeah, mobs going to spawn. That's going to be a disaster. Okay, let's get the rest of this done. Save that torch. In fact, what I might do, if I put that torch up there, that'll be helpful for now. And then I think I'll just lay out a single one of these in each area first. And yeah, hopefully we can get that done. And we should have this bottom section laid out. And we are going to do another section as well, just for some extra things. And the idea is that I want all the spawns I can get. I want zombies, I want, well, I don't really want creepers and you know, that sort of thing, but you're going to get them anyway if you like. So spiders is what I really want. Spiders are the key to this, because spiders are going to give me string gives me wool, and that's a lot of the achievements I've got to do. So yeah, so the idea is to have these platforms, as many spawning spaces as we can. We will get the other stuff anyway. Yeah, and yeah, we can look at other mechanics of the game as well later on, to whether we can get some zombies and not kill them, and get some essentially zombie villagers. I put that too much. Let's put that there. Right, let me get the rest of this finished, because I'm sure you don't really want to see me placing lots of bits of wood in the wrong place. You kind of get a gist of the pattern now, I think, in terms of what we're going to do. So I need to get some more torches up here. I need to get then some more stone to go around the outside, assuming that looks quite good. And yeah, get all those these platforms, which incidentally have to be too high, because as you can see I can jump back up on here. So what we want is too high, so when mobs fall off they can't jump back up. So that's the main criteria really. Right, let me get the rest of this finished before nightfall, and we shall come back. Well, I think I'm just about ready to get this mob spawner live. Just thought I'd show up on the roof. We've put the steps at the top as well as we did at the bottom, and I've half slabbed everything up the top here, so nothing should spawn. But I have put a couple of torches up here just to light it up, because although you can't really see it from anywhere, yeah, if we happen to do anything over there you can just about see it. So anyway, I wanted to light it up because you can. Let me just show you here very quickly. So we'll put that on the roof there. I've made this little area like a second floor, because what I do want is Endermen. So the lower area is only too high, so Endermen can't spawn there. Plus we have the added problem is if they spawn down that area, when they walk off they'd walk into the water and immediately teleport. So we don't want that, because they could teleport down there and nick all our grass, and we don't want that either. So we've got this area just specifically for Endermen, and I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to take the torches and I'm going to put the trapdoors up. So if anything spawns up here, it shouldn't, because I'm nearby. So in theory, we shouldn't get any mobs spawning, but I'll just put those up for now. So if they do, I'm kind of safe, because the last thing I want is a skeleton up there. So here we are. I've got everything ready in terms of here. So all I have to do, in fact, we can start doing this. Let's get the main ones done first. If I remove these, the water should travel. Yep, exactly to the edge there, and anything in that water will drop down to the bottom. So that's cool. That's what we want to happen. And then these water streams exactly the same again. So in theory, the mobs will see these as blocks, and because of that, they'll walk off the edge into the water stream. So that should all work. So let's just get that like that first of all. So we're going to just take all the water away, and then all we have to do is get rid of these torches, and we're kind of away. The bottom ones are easy enough to get rid of. These top ones I'm going to have to do in a particular order, just to make sure I don't want anything spawning over there and then getting me over here. And actually, before I do it, I've got to put this roof in, haven't I? So yeah, well, I'm going to get these water streams going at the bottom anyway, because we've got torches on all the platforms yet, so nothing will spawn here. They won't spawn in the water, so that's okay. And then I'm literally going to get the roof on, and once I've got the roof on, I can, yeah, essentially get this live. So that needs to come off as well. That was my little way up. So everything should, if I get rid of that, come down into the center, and yeah, be happy days, as they say. So let's get rid of those, and then we'll just look at the water streams here. So they're coming down there or heading that direction. Yeah. Oh, something's wrong here. Where have I miscounted? That's not good. I think it's these. Yeah, so I wonder if I take those out. Have I done it one too many? So let's get rid of the water stream there. This is a problem without testing it. Let's do that one and that one, because I know they're full blocks there. So has the water source gone in there? Why is that doing that? What can't I see? Oh, it's made an infinite water source, hasn't it? So that's what it is. Right, okay, I'm going to have to fix that, and then we'll come back. That's better. So yeah, what I did was to actually take out, because we had these 4 blocks here, I took out the 2 this side and that side, which left the corner one in place. As it happens, because I took those out first, I then placed blocks. The water source basically expanded into there, so it made it easy. Once I've done that with all 4 corners, as you can see, it flows nicely now. So that's much better. So all I need to do now very quickly, and we'll do this on camera, just because, yeah, it might go wrong, I guess. I really shouldn't have my bucket on me here, because yeah, this could be very bad. What I need is my bow in my inventory, in my hotbar even, just in case. So we're going to use that to bash things out of the way. These are the most furthermost, so let's do that and that. This is always the dangerous bit of mob farms, because yeah, you could die. As you can see, it's getting very dark very quick, and I don't want that to happen. Let's just get this last bit down. That's for those. That's for that. All these are down. What's that one there? Everything else looks like it's working. Nothing in the water. Okay, let's get this sealed up. Oh, I haven't got a pick. And yep, of course it won't go up there. Right. Excuse me. Yeah, so that in theory should be that working. We shall find out in a second. Did I see something drop already? They shouldn't be spawning yet because obviously we are here. But we've now got a platform to come up to, which should be fairly safe. Yeah, they shouldn't really be knocking me off there. So let's go down here, and I'm going to go to a safe distance on one of these trees. We got a big tree there. Well, that's quite good. Lots of wood. Yeah, so in theory, there should be enough height for them to spawn and enough height for them to drop and die. The only thing that possibly won't die at the moment is the Endermen, because it's not quite far enough for them to fall, but they're quite a rare one anyway, so I think, oh, here comes the first one. Excellent. Okay, and I'm worried about if they have feather falling in that as well. If they've got boots on and that sort of thing, feather falling, whether they might not die. But what I am going to do is essentially take away the cobblestone generator from underneath. We'll move that over to one side, and I've kind of calculated, because what you've got to work out is the drops, and I've worked it out that I'm in plenty of spawnable area for the sort of general mobs, because general mobs only have to drop about 23 blocks. I think 22 blocks is half a heart, 23 is a kill with no feather falling on. Spiders are only 18 or 19 blocks to kill them. Witches are a little bit more. Here come the creepers, that's good. Oh, and the spiders as well. Will the spider drop? Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, so we might have to watch out for that. He died that time. And it might be what I've got to do is encase this or something like that. And they are falling to the edge, so it might be that I've got to make this a channel so that yeah, they're falling properly. Otherwise that could be pretty disastrous. But we have a fairly efficient mob farm, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to let them drop for a little bit, and I'll go and collect the items. I've got it sealed up there just so just in case they drop down, but that could be a problem if they land on there. So that means I'm going to have to board it all up, because I don't really have glass. But what I could do, depending on how they fall, really, I guess, and that's to use fences. See if I can get down here and do this. So yeah, because in theory, if we do that, they shouldn't land on that inner bit. So that might be an option, is to use fence posts all the way around. So I think that'll, you know, I think it'll look pretty good. We haven't got glass or anything like that, which is what we'd really like. So maybe we'll do that. We'll get a load of... Oh, you see, here's the problem. The Endermen are down there. They're spawning. Yeah, now can I get under this tree? And look at him. Yoo-hoo. No ender pearl. Okay. But that is going to be a bit of an issue, because if they're teleporting from there, it could cause a problem. And there's the other problem I've got, is the spiders. So I'm going to have to see how this goes, because that could clog them up. I don't know if I can reach them from here. Should be able to. Okay. But so far, everything is dying when it hits the ground. Let's just go run in and get everything. good. Oh my! Can't even get that up on there. And let's get out again. And let's just board that up. Any blocks, any old blocks will do. I don't care what blocks they are. Right. I don't like blocks. And this is the other thing as well, is when do they stop moving and stop sort of coming down? But that's not too bad. Whoa! Oof. I thought I was a goner then. Thankfully not. Yeah, so you can see there's a few dying on that, which I don't really want. So I think I'm going to have to use this wood and start yeah, doing that all the way up. And I think what I'm going to do is probably seal that off whilst I do it, just to make it safe. But I'll probably do that off camera, so I'm quite happy that we've got a kind of working... Shall we eat something before I die? I'm quite happy we've got a working farm there. I'm just going to have to really keep an eye on it in case they come down here and don't die. And so far they look like they are, so happy with that. The other thing, we did get some potatoes. We got it from one of the zombies we killed in the other spawner, which I'm now going to have to shut off, by the way, because obviously we don't need that, but we got potatoes. So don't particularly need them for any other reason other than we can grow potatoes and we can eat ourselves some potatoes. We've got a different diet. So carrot and potatoes, that's our new diet, not carrot. Although we might get some carrots. Melon and potatoes at the moment is our diet, but we're getting some bones. That's pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do is get that sorted, and I'm going to AFK for a while, and then probably going to try and find a way of retrieving all of this, because that's the other thing, is we've got to be able to retrieve it. I put 2 blocks on here, by the way, because of the little mini zombies. Little baby zombies are not very good, are they? They kind of come and sneak underneath, so yeah. So pretty good. I'm happy. Well, we've just about run out of time today, I think, but if you look at our lovely loot all coming down there, and it's all falling from the skies, you can see we've taken down the tower. I'm not quite sure how we're going to combat that, but that was by far the easiest way of yeah, achieving what we needed, really. So plus there was the added fact that I've taken away the cobblestone generator since it burnt part of the tower down. I've put this here as well because that's kind of the best AFK point, really. Once I'm down here, they spawn but don't move around so much, so we don't get so many drops. So I think next episode we'll probably work on the cosmetics of this and how this side of the building is going to look, because we've taken those trees down and that sort of thing. So let's go down the bottom. As I say, I've moved the cobblestone generator, so we'll have to put that somewhere else, but let's just run around here, and you can see I'm getting XP as well, and there's a reason for that, because I'm using my bow to basically and I can't really do it from here because we're probably not in the right place, but yeah, I'm basically zooming in and I'm shooting some of them as they fall, which means I'm getting better drops because I've essentially killed them. And let's have a look what we've got. Look at all that. All the effort is totally worth it. We are just loaded, and even the rare drops, some glowstone, redstone, we've got sugar, that would be no problem. We've got 2 glass bottles so far, witch sticks, and 3 ender pearls. Now the Endermen don't quite fall enough to actually take you know, full damage 100%, but it does make him a one-hit kill with my sword. So they just come down, they stand up in here, and I go with my sword, hit them once, and they're down, and you get the ender pearls. So that's good enough for me. I think that's absolutely fine in terms of what I'm after. So before we finish up, let's just very, very quickly go over to our challenge chest, because it now means we've got the bow and the 64 arrows. So we've crafted the bow in the beginning, and we've now got the 64 arrows to accompany that. We had the fishing rod earlier, obviously, so we've done that side of it. We had our wheat farm earlier on, so that's pretty good. So what that means, actually, the wheat farm, we'll do something with that, and we'll do something with these as well. So let's just take those out of there. And we've got 64 bone meal, so there's another challenge there completed. But one thing we are going to do is get ourselves 10 bread, and actually we're going to make 11, so that's fine with me. And then the other thing we're going to do is, if we've got enough, and yeah, I've got to work it out now to like that. There we go. And we've got 20 fence gates as well. So there's another challenge achieved. So keep one piece of bread there. We'll have that as a celebratory bit of bread. Yeah, so our challenge chest looking pretty good. More challenges completed, so that's fantastic. Really enjoying this game now. This is I love the challenge aspect of it, and we're starting to get ourselves set up in terms of doing that, so that's pretty good. Our crops are growing, our potatoes are growing. As you can see, my diet's got jacket potatoes in them now, or baked potatoes. Yeah, so I think we'll leave today's episode there. I say next episode, I think we're going to concentrate on a little bit more building of the area as opposed to too many challenges. But we've got a house to build, we've got a lake to build, we could do lots of things like that, and I really want to build up this area as well and make it easy to get up to this point and down again, etc. So as the sun goes down, it just leaves me to say thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, do click on like, and if you've really enjoyed it, then click on subscribe, and we'll see you next time here on Skyblock. Bye for now. Bye.